Another Backroads afternoon we are about to have. Welcome to your Wednesday edition of the show. Leading things off. Wait, who is that? Who was that? That was none other than the local extraordinaire musician, Matt Moran. Matt, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. I think extraordinaire might be a little much. But
No. I've been following you. We've all been following you for quite some time. My first time I actually got to see you live was out downtown Elk City. They do those block parties, right? And you and Tyler Wilhelm played that night. And now I know you'd been playing around here for a long, long time, and you have a good name because you're very good. But, you're usually just the guy with the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And that's kind of difficult for some musicians because you don't have a band. When people want to dance and get real drunk and that kind of thing, you're playing bars. It's kind of hard to do that when you're just Jack Johnson up there with a guitar.
It can be, but I think I've kind of developed, if anybody's seen me recently, I've kind of developed a pretty percussive style playing. So,
you have.
So I kind of try to fill that in, and, you're never gonna replace a band. I have one now.
You
do,
so
and that's good.
That's what we were going to get into. So opening up the show right there, that song was called
This Can't Be It.
This Can't Be It, and it's streaming everywhere.
Yes.
Right now you can get it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
There's like
iTunes,
100 different places.
all the music getting
wherever
places.
You want it.
Because you've got an album coming out next month.
I do. May 27th. The album's called Heartache Kid. And it's 10 tracks. A couple of them, like you said, This Can't Be It's going to be on it. Another song I got out there called Wait, Don't Go.
Love that song, too.
Thank you.
We're going to play that later on in the show.
Yeah, that's going to be on it. I'm pretty excited. We're doing a pre-order right now. And it's kind of helping to fund tour I'm going to go on. So as soon as the record releases, I'm pretty much going on a full U.S. tour.
Really?
Yes.
How many shows do you have lined out so far?
So far, about 24.
Wow.
But it's going to be, in total, it'll be around 40, 40 shows.
So this is a big deal.
I'm pretty excited.
So do you have a van or you have a bus? How do you travel?
Well,
you were in an SUV. You were in an SUV last time I saw you, but now that you got the full band, how are you guys going to get around?
Well, I do have a van. And then my brother, who's in the, he plays with me, he has a truck. So we're going to take out the truck for probably the first couple legs.
Right, man. Soon you'll have your own private jet.
Yeah,
sipping margaritas from 25,000 feet in the sky. Oh, come on, man. So you go to your Facebook page. By the way, Matt Moran Music. Search that into your Facebook search browser.
On any social. It's all the same.
Something I noticed, and I liked this a lot. When you go to your About section, you described your brand of country music as existential country music.
Yes.
And I had to think about that for a little bit. I also had to look up the definition because I'm not very smart. And
I don't know about that. You guys should see what he's doing here in the studio.
Oh, come on. So I'm going to take a stab at what you meant by that, and you tell me how far off I was. So by existential country music, this is my guess. Your songs are based on things that you yourself have actually experienced, and you're not just putting like generic words on paper that rhyme together coincidentally.
Yes.
These are real experiences, things you as a human have gone through or can relate to.
So I kind of liken it to when I say existential country music, what I really mean is like, that kind of the song or the story or whatever it might be that doesn't leave you with an answer.
Right. Right.
So, channeling and my songs and on my last album, Black Sheep, and this album too, I'm a storyteller, but I try to channel those emotions that I feel into different situations.
Sure.
To try and just, because there's never a good answer in life.
Right,
to me.
right.
It doesn't wrap up with a nice little neat bow.
Right. There is pain, and there are other things. The one thing that I don't like is toxic positivity. I know that's probably bad for me to be the guy. You're picking your kids up from school right now, and I'm sitting here like, no, stop being positive. But sometimes you do need to process the bad things in your life or recognize the bad things that you do, the parts of your character, instead of just saying, no, I'm a great person. We all make mistakes. Instead of defending yourself, maybe accept that you make mistakes and work on fixing those. Yeah.
And actually, that perfectly, it's a perfect example of my last album, Black Sheep. The title track was basically about that. It was looking at myself saying, I don't want to be that toxic person anymore.
Right.
It is my fault. I'm the black sheep, and I'm tired of it.
We always like to come up with whataboutisms. Well, Drew, why are you doing that, man? Well, what about Gary? Gary did that. No, stop worrying about Gary. You know,
Right.
what can you do? You know, what could have you done in that situation instead of, well, Gary did that, so it's okay that I did it. Okay, well, maybe Gary did do that, and that's okay, but you're not Gary.
Right.
You were aware of what you were, I love that. Tyler Childers has he has a lot of that to his songwriting as well. Evan Felker from Turnpike Troubadours definitely has
Just
a lot
came
of
back
that.
last Friday.
Oh, my goodness, dude. My very first week here, one of my first bits was how this Rolling Stone article had came out where they'd got in touch with Evan Felker, and they were like, dude, you're sober. All this stuff is going on. Are you guys coming back? And he kind of hinted at it. Didn't give a confirmation, just kind of hinted at it. And for a year and 3 months probably. All right, checking in with Turnpike Troubadours. Let's see where Evan Felker's at. Well, and there have been no articles since the Rolling Stones article last year. And then just, what was it, a couple months ago, finally it started making it that they were scheduling some shows and officially getting back together.
I
the
think
pandemic screwed it up
like
for
the very
everyone.
beginning of the year, they just put their logo on their website.
Right.
And everybody knew. We were like, okay.
Oh, right.
Of course, I kind of feel bad. I spent like 3 months prior to that giving everybody crap because I said, you guys, it's time to let Turnpike go. It's time to let Turnpike go.
Oh, man, I wasn't going to give it up. I was going to hang on to that hope, a little bit of that toxic positivity because I didn't want it to be true, so therefore I couldn't believe it. My own confirmation bias was getting in the way. So talking about great songwriters, who else is in your band, by the way? We forgot. They would probably be upset that you came here and you were on the radio and you didn't get to, shout them out. So you might want to go through the members of your band so they get mad at us.
So we're just a trio. And it's
You said your brother.
My brother, yes, Daniel Moran. He's a middle school, junior high teacher in Sayre. He's the golf coach, the girls' golf coach. Anyway, he's a fantastic keyboard player. I mean, the dude is phenomenal. You can give him a classical piece and he'll bang it out.
One of those types.
Drummer, his name Jonas Walker. He's from down at Altus, which is where I graduated from. But he's a incredibly talented drummer. He's one of those guys that, I mean, I play the drums, but I can't play like
You play like every instrument.
well, not every instrument, but
Yeah,
quite a few.
You said on this on the recording that we opened up the show with, you said the only thing you didn't play in that recording was the keyboards.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're sitting here complimenting my cameras and whatnot, but you came out with a professional album by yourself, dude. So that's quite impressive. Why don't you keep impressing us, man? Do you want to play a little tune for us to get things going?
Sure.
You brought the acoustic guitar. What kind of acoustic guitar are you playing, by the way? We probably got some guitar fans out there.
It is a Breedlove.
Ooh, a Breedlove.
It's a Breedlove from when they had the Martin style headstock, which was before they moved their manufacturing plant to the USA, I believe.
I'm a Martin guy, man. Willie Nelson, a Martin guy. What's the name of Willie's guitar?
Oh, I can't remember.
I've used this as a
And someone's
trivia
gonna-
question from time to time, and I can't think of it.
I can't either.
Somebody text in the answer, 225-9697. What is the name of Willie Nelson's famous guitar? And in the meantime, what song are you going to play for us, man?
How about I play a cover? Would that be all right?
We love covers.
All right.
We love covers. Go ahead, bro.
This is one of the songs that got me started playing guitar in the first place. This song's called "Walking in Memphis." Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues in the middle of the pouring rain. W.C. Handy, won't you look down over me? Hey, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. I've been walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a beat. Walking in Memphis, and to really feel the way I feel. I saw the ghost of Elvis down on Union Avenue. Followed him up to the gates from Graceland, and I watched him walk right through. Security, they did not see him, they just hover around his tomb. There's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle room. I've been walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a beat. Walking in Memphis, and Do you really feel the way I feel? Well, there's catfish on the table. Gospel in the air, and Reverend Green, be glad to see you when you haven't got a prayer. Boy, you got a prayer in Memphis. Now Muriel plays piano every Friday at the Hollywood. They brought me down to see her. They asked me if I would do a little number, so I sang with all my might. She said, tell me, are you a Christian child? I said, ma'am, I am tonight. I'm walking in Memphis. I'm walking with my feet 10 feet off a beat. Walking in Memphis. And do you really feel the way I feel? Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain.
We got Matt Moran live in studio, and there is plenty more where that came from, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a new album dropping May 27th. Hopefully Matt can stick around for a little bit longer and maybe play a tune or two more for us. Fantastic. Well, guys, the show today is proudly sponsored by the Pit Stop Bar, a place where I'm going to get Matt fixed up to start playing. Vanessa, are you listening right now? I'm talking to you, or Samantha. Either one of you girls, you need to get Matt in there, draw a crowd, let him entertain some folks like he's doing on my show this afternoon. Pit Stop Bar is on the east side of the Days Inn Hotel. That's 2500 South Main Street in Elk City, where you can enjoy their very happy hour 4 to 7 p.m. every day with weekly and daily drink specials like Mondays, $5 Moscow Mules. Tuesdays, service industry night, $4. You call it for the restaurant and bar workers out there. $5 Crowning Down Wednesdays. You got Thirsty Thursdays with $6 shot and beer specials plus karaoke. Fireball Friday featuring $4 Fireball shots. Saturdays, ladies night with $5 shot specials, and Sunday Fun Days. Free pool and $6 shot and beer specials. Open pool tournaments every Monday, and the biggest pool tournament in Western Oklahoma every Friday. $10 to buy in. That's the Pit Stop Bar, open 2 p.m. to close 7 days a week. Find them on Facebook. Owner Vanessa File, bar manager Samantha. We appreciate you, ladies. Me and Matt are going to return. We'll do a little Johnny Cash. Yeah. In the spirit of singer-songwriters, you can't get much better than this gentleman right here. We'll be back with Matt in a few. This is the Backroads with Drew, 96.5 KECO. Don't go anywhere.